If someone were to ask you, what is the hardest motorsport in the world? Most people would probably say that it's rallying. It requires incredible skill to drive on winding roads with jumps, tight bridges, sharp corners and fast straights, where at any point even a small mistake can ruin your whole run. It's not easy driving 200 kilometers per hour over jumps and speeding through corners. And one game that in my opinion shows the difficulty of rallying very well is Dirt Rally 2. After buying this legendary rally game, I quickly realized that I am horrible at racing. So I decided that for 1 week I would play Dirt Rally every day, learn how to play it and how to control the cars in corners and straights. My end goal was to buy a Group B rally car and master driving it. Here is how it went. On the first day, I started by checking out what's in the menu and listening to the narrator talking about what's what. After doing that though, I checked out what car I am starting with, and for the first races, I was given a 60s to 70s Lancia Fulvia. It's a front-wheel drive Italian car with the 1.6 liter V4 engine producing 132 brake horsepower. Historically, this car helped make Lancia the legendary brand that it was by winning the Monte Carlo Rally in 1972. Soon enough though, I entered my first championship and begun the first event.
Extra long. 30. Into 6 left.
Doing well so far.
3 left. Slippy.
And what a surprise, it went horribly. I was almost last place and felt like this was going to be a whole lot harder than I thought. After watching a video on how to read and understand pace notes, which is made by Traction GG by the way, it's like everything changed.
Second place.
On the crest. We have a good chance of a win in that stage.
Ooh.
We have won the rally.
What? I won! All of a sudden, I was winning stages and perfecting my driving, winning almost every event. I managed to win 3 events: USA, Argentina and New Zealand. But after that I stopped for the day. Since I didn't finish the championship on day 1, I continued on day 2. And on this day, something horrible happened. Spain. Spain's tracks were like my biggest nightmare. They were full asphalt and it seemed to make me just as bad as in the beginning. They also had some really dangerous corners where you could easily fall down a cliff and get a 30-second penalty. Due to these tracks being brutally difficult and making me rage like a Fortnite kid,
6 left.
I once again got near last place in the event, and now that I had messed up 2 events out of 6, it meant the chance of winning the whole championship was slim. After Spain came Australia, the last event of the championship, where on the last stage, something truly crazy happened. It was a nighttime race, and after driving pretty well for a while with a couple crashes, this happened.
Opens of a crest. 30.
Oh my god! My lights broke, and I was left in complete darkness. There was still 4 minutes left to drive, but somehow, I did it. I managed to complete the stage and win it, but even though I did it, I got second place in the championship because of the losses that I had. I got a good sum of money from it and decided I would upgrade my team and then buy a new car. I decided to buy the Peugeot 205 GTI, a front-wheel drive compact car powered by a 175 brake horsepower 4-cylinder engine. It seemed like the perfect choice to continue to the next championship. On my first run with it, it really felt like the Fulvia, but due to its extra power and size, it was much quicker and better to drive. And so, I started winning events with my new car, with the first one being New Zealand. I won almost all stages, and after winning the event, I realized my worst fear was next. Spain. It was back to completely ruin me once more. I started and indeed, it wasn't much better. I crashed a bunch and flew off cliffs. At one point my car even turned into a skateboard somehow. How is that even Bro, I didn't finish the event on day 2, and so it was left to wait for day 3. On day 3, I had a nighttime stage in Spain, and with daytime already being bad, this was just a whole lot worse.
Into 3 right, crest, tuck. Into 6 right long of a crest, slow. Into 6 left, into 5 right small cut, into 5 left, 100, into 6 right long, into 4.
After the hell of Spain had ended, I somehow got 3rd place, as to be honest I did get some wins. Next up were New England, Argentina, Poland and Australia. New England went quite well, with destroying the leaderboard and winning every stage. Though there were lots of tight corners and hairpins, where the car did something weird.
100,
Oh, miks see nii tegi?
6 left,
Well, past rallier Casps, to answer your question, the car turns like that because the wheels probably lock up when braking so hard. So there you go, all you needed was common sense. Now this obviously angered me, and it continued on in the next stages. Luckily though, the next events went pretty well despite the Peugeots goofing around. 4 seconds faster, that's pretty good.
opens and tightens over crest, over
Hell yeah, dude!
opens over crests, 50, 30,
Oh my god!
turn slow, 6 left, 30, turn hairpin. We might have won that stage.
What? Seriously?
Turn
Goddamn Italians.
right, don't cut to left.
Another successful win. It might seem like I'm gonna win this championship. I managed to almost finish the championship, but left the last event for the next day. On the 4th day, I was finally getting close to ending the second championship, and victory felt like a possibility. If I of course win the last event. And that's exactly what I did.
Could be a stage win.
Okay. Yeah, baby! Okay, I won by a lot again.
That's it. Championship win. Fantastic.
Okay! I had successfully won the championship. I think it was thanks to the tiny French bug's agility. But there were lots of moments when it made me rage so bad because of its weird turning when braking thing. I was eager to buy a new car because of this, and after upgrading my team once more, that's exactly what I did. I bought myself a BMW E30 M3, thinking it would be so much better than the Peugeot. Plus, it was the next stage of the cars, making me ever so closer to my goal. But what I didn't realize is that this would be where this challenge truly got hard and broke me. On the first stage, I almost immediately saw a problem. The car was spinning out in corners way too easily, and after losing the race by making it 23rd, I checked to see what's wrong and realized that the car is rear-wheel drive, making it 3 times harder to drive than the Peugeot. This was a huge problem, and I had to somehow relearn how to drive. And to be honest, it went horribly.
Cut, 3 left long, tightens, into 30, caution, unseen heavy left. Opens, 80. 60 over bumps, caution, 1 left, into don't cut 5 left.
I did awfully in the first stages. I ran out of money and couldn't fix my car anymore, meaning I would either drive really carefully or retire from the event. After realizing how everything just became 10 times harder, I decided to stop for the day. Day 5 was the shortest and probably worst day. Because of my problems with money, I finished the event by driving really slow and got close to being lost. Luckily, I got a bit of money and could fix my car. But that didn't help with the next event. The next event was Australia, and to be honest, I wasn't happy at all to play. All my joy had been sucked out because of this cursed car. After quitting only on the second stage and not even finishing it, I went to free roam for a short amount of time to practice. And that's really all that happened. I was just not motivated at all and felt like I was hopeless and would never learn how to drive rear-wheel drive cars. By day 6, it seemed like there was no hope for me with this BMW. I started to believe that I would just not get that beautiful Audi Quattro. But then, I had a plan, a genius one. This plan of mine was to finish the championship as quick as possible, without even trying as time was of the essence. After finishing the championship, I would sell the BMW and buy a new and better car. I mean, this would be brilliant! And so, I began. Until of course I decided that the quickest way was to just retire from all events and just get the championship money. Sadly, it also downgraded me from pro to clubman. But maybe that was a good thing, as it meant I had less stages to do. After this, I sold the BMW and looked for a new car. Now, I could have bought another front-wheel drive car like a smart person, but my dumb brain thought, oh, that's cheating because it's a modern car. Instead, I will buy another rear-wheel drive car. Before buying one though, I test drove 2 cars, an Opel Ascona and Datsun 240Z. I chose the Datsun and bought it, not realizing it wouldn't be such a smart choice. And so, I hopped into my first race with it. And finally, it felt like something changed. The Datsun somehow felt different from the BMW. It didn't spin out as much, which was great. But then, it all came crumbling down. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it!
6 right, 50.
No!
Flat crest, and 6 right, extra long of a crest.
I was so close to feeling happy again. But no, these damn rear-wheel drive cars just ruined it. I once again started feeling hopeless and disqualified from one event and retired from another. But then, I once again had a plan. Since I was failing so badly in these events, I decided that I need to finish the last 2 events and get the money from them, as well as the championship money, as then I could buy the Audi Quattro and my challenge would almost be complete. This seemed like a good idea, but there was a problem. The next stage was Spain, my old enemy. But somehow, it turned out to be a good thing.
The big cut, 5 left, left, into 5 right. Opens, into 6.
Okay. Turns out, rear-wheel drive cars are really good on tarmac roads, and finally, I managed to tame this beast that seemed to never want to do what I wanted. Then, it was there, the finale of the championship, Argentina, and with this, right away I had a problem. A different one though. My 1 terabyte of storage was almost empty and I couldn't film most of the stages, as then I would not be able to film day 7. But luckily, the races themselves went great. The Nissan was really good on corners and finally beat the Lancia Stratoses that had been winning against me. It was nice to finally feel happy to play DR2 again, as I finally had a taste of victory in my mouth. And finally, I got this championship money. No promotion though, womp womp, and was ready to buy the Audi. And lo and behold, it wasn't on sale. Meaning that would be for day 7, the last and most important day of all. Day 7, the most important day of them all. I right away bought the Audi Sport Quattro, but instead of joining a career championship like a big dummy, I tried out the car on a couple stages in time trials.
And 3 right. It opens into 1 left, tightens. Into 2 left. Opens into 1 left, tightens. Turn 3 right.
Oh.
Into 2. Open hairpin right.
Oh, come on. And oh my, was it a good idea, because I was horrible with it. The car was just too fast and too big for my level of skills. After the time trials I did, I decided that I wouldn't do a career championship with it because I'm just not good enough yet, as I can't even drive slower rear-wheel drive cars yet. And so, the challenge was over. I had bought the car that I really wanted, meaning I sort of completed the challenge, but I just couldn't learn to drive it in time. I guess I could say that the challenge is only half done, but hey, at least I tried, and actually got pretty far. But with that, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.